Alright guys, so I sent you guys the form last week about talking about pairing scents with dogs. And so this is kind of just to go over why we're doing what we're doing and how we're doing it. And so to begin with, we started with a box and scent. So for an example, we're just gonna use this one. And then if this was our box, we would just have it open first. And then anytime that the dog sticks their head in that, it's just rewarding and dropping on scent. This works for cadaver, it works for any kind of scent that you want to use, so like the essential oils work really well. And then it just gives the dog an opportunity to gain more scent before going into what we call line search. So once the dog has got the idea and the concept of the scent, we can move on to flipping over the boxes. So obviously we don't want the dogs to see the scent unless they're smelling it. And so if they're looking into a basket and they're like, oh, well, there's a cotton ball in there, it has to be that one, then that's why we want to also fake the dog out and put other cotton balls in, but that's also why we turn over the boxes. So when you're ready for this is when your dog, if you had like one cotton ball in a box with no scent on it and then one with a scent on it, and your dog is constantly going to the one with the scent, that's what we want, and so then you're ready to move on to this. So basically this is what we call a line search. And this is used primarily in narcotics detection as well as bomb detection for dogs. And this is mainly because of the fact that it was used in post offices to begin with, in which they pile up 10 different packages and they'll have a dog go through and smell them. If the dog indicates on a package, if it's narcotics, they'll run the dog again with them mixed up to see if they'll indicate again on that same one. If it's explosives, you go, yeah, the dog's correct, and like, good luck with that, I'm out of here. So that's why we start with line searches. It's also easy for you as a handler. So there's a couple things that we didn't go over with training your dogs in the first week, and that was also what you need to do. So it's really easy to tell your dog to like go find it, and if they're willing to go find it on their own, that's awesome. But sometimes, especially in these kind of steps, you need a handler as well. So there's two things you have to remember as a handler. One is you need to walk backwards. And two, you need to detail. So walking backwards sounds easy, but you're gonna forget it half the time, which is okay. And then the other one for detailing, basically that means that you're gonna outline every single structure and place where there could be scent. So if you're detailing a box, you would start from the bottom, you can go along the bottom because that's where your scent's gonna flow, as well as going along the top. You're essentially just teaching your dog that he or she can follow your fingers in order to find that scent faster. So I like to do this if my dog goes through the boxes by himself, can't find it, then I'll go back and detail it with him. And so it's like, hey dude, like you didn't check these 3 spots and you forgot how to check in your life, so it's okay, I'll help you. And so for that, you wanna move backwards, so it'd be like checking here and then checking in here as well. And so then just running your fingers along it to kind of get your dog engaged a little bit more. A couple things to remember about that is that I like to use a word for it. So I say check. But you could say like look here or anything like that. The only thing you don't want to do is give the dog the keyword that you usually start with for scent. So for instance, I tell my dog, let's go find it, and then we start the game. You could say search, you could say where's the dope, you could say where's the eucalyptus, anything you want to say. Some people for cadaver also do like adios or muerte, which is dead and goodbye in Spanish, so kind of up to you. Random facts. But anyway, so you just want to remember that you're helping your dog out by detailing, and hopefully this video helps a little bit.